It's 10 trivia questions on Keanu Reeves, Coca-Cola, vitamins, and more from this confidence round. This is Trivia with Buds. What it be, and welcome to another episode of the Trivia with Buds podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Buds. Thanks for checking out the show, and thanks for checking out the show notes, where you can find a link to a Zoom call this Saturday night. I'll be hosting Zoom trivia for you, the podcast listeners, and some friends and family. It'll be an hour-long, 60 multiple-choice questions. The quicker you buzz in, the more points you get on every question. If you're correct, it'll be with CrowdPurr. Thank you, CrowdPurr, for providing such an awesome service. I use it for everything, every single day, crowdpurr.com. CrowdPurr will help me host this show, and if you win, you get $100 cash. Second place, $50 cash. Third place, $25 cash. So I'm putting up my own money to invite you to a fun virtual hangout. You can meet other listeners and fans of the show and other people who love trivia. So come check that out. The link's in the show notes for the Zoom call, and that's where you'll get the info on how to log in and how to play. And maybe we'll have some extra special giveaways there as well. So come check it out this Saturday night, 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. Just an hour of your time. You can play from anywhere. All right. Today's episode, all about confidence round stuff. Just totally random batch of questions that I use to close out all my live trivia nights. And before we get there, we've got a letter, and the letter is H. We have U.S. cities, words associated with money, and things found in a hospital. U.S. cities, words associated with money and things found at a hospital. Listen for my 3 H answers at the end of the episode, along with a fun fact of the day about RVs. We're all warmed up. We're ready to go, and we're diving into confidence round trivia. Here we go. It's a confidence round, totally random questions. Question number 1. What letter vitamin is ascorbic acid commonly referred to as? Number 1, what letter vitamin is ascorbic acid commonly referred to as? Number 2, a sheet or ring of rubber to seal joints between metal surfaces is called a what? Number 2, a sheet or ring of rubber to seal joints between metal surfaces is called a what? Number 3, what is the American name for the food known as fairy floss in Australia? Number 3, what is the American name for the food known as fairy floss in Australia? Number 4, Jodie Foster starred in the original version of which Disney film that has been remade several times, including a loose adaptation as a horror film? Number 4, Jodie Foster starred in the original version of which Disney film that has been remade several times, including a loose adaptation as a horror film? Number 5, shortly after the conclusion of her recent legal proceedings, who released the memoir, The Woman in Me? Number 5, shortly after the conclusion of her recent legal proceedings, who released the memoir, The Woman in Me? Number 6, who is the only person to appear on a major party ticket in 5 national U.S. presidential elections? Number 6, who's the only person to appear on a major party ticket in 5 national U.S. presidential elections? Number 7, who visited North Korea as a self-declared basketball ambassador? Number 7, who visited North Korea as a self-declared basketball ambassador? Number 8, after the failure of New Coke, the Coca-Cola Company rebranded its original formula with which 7-letter word? Number 8, after the failure of New Coke, the Coca-Cola Company rebranded its original formula with which 7-letter word? Number 9, which character created by Herman Melville is often cited as an allegory of Oedipus, King Lear, and Satan? Number 9, which character created by Herman Melville is often cited as an allegory of Oedipus, King Lear, and Satan? Number 10, Keanu Reeves portrayed an alien named Klaatu in the remake version of which film? Number 10, Keanu Reeves portrayed an alien named Klaatu in the remake version of which film? Those are all your questions for the confidence round today. We'll be right back with the answers after this. We are back with the answers to the confidence round. Let's see how you did. Number 1, what letter vitamin is ascorbic acid commonly referred to as? Vitamin C. Vitamin C. An artist as well with the song Graduation, which I still remember from 8th grade. It was a big deal and all the girls cried. Some of the guys, I guess. Number 2, a sheet or ring of rubber to seal joints between metal surfaces is a gasket. Gasket. Number 3, what is the American name for fairy floss in Australia? Cotton candy. Number 4, Jodie Foster starred in the original version of which Disney film that's been remade several times, including a loose adaptation as a horror film? Freaky Friday. And I've seen the horror one. It's called Freaky, with Vince Vaughn as a serial killer. Kind of interesting. Second time he's done that because he was in Psycho. Number 5, shortly after the conclusion of her recent legal proceedings, Britney Spears, The Woman in Me. That was her book title. Number 6, Nixon was on the major party ticket in 5 national presidential elections. That's Nixon. Number 7, self-declared basketball ambassador, North Korea, Dennis Rodman. I'm going to go over there and be the trivia ambassador. See how long I last over there. Number 8, after the failure of New Coke, the Coca-Cola company rebranded with 7 letters, Classic. Coca-Cola Classic. Number 9, Captain Ahab is the allegory of Oedipus, King Lear, and Satan from Moby Dick, Captain Ahab. And number 10, Keanu Reeves was Klaatu in The Day the Earth Stood Still. Did you get that one? I hope you did. That was a tough one to remember. And there you go. 10 questions, 10 answers. That was today's confidence round. Don't forget Zoom trivia this Saturday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, link in the show notes. Your fact of the day, 85% of American RVs are manufactured in Indiana, and in turn, 2/3 of that production takes place in Elkhart County. A lot of RVs in Indiana. There's more than corn in Indiana, says Indiana Beach in Monticello, Indiana. That's their slogan. There's also lots of RVs. Your letter was H, U.S. cities. I'm going to say Houston. Words associated with money, I couldn't think of anything, so I'm going to say hoity-toity. Like people who have lots of money might be hoity-toity. I don't even know if that's a real word or a phrase. And things found in a hospital, I'm going to say on a hospital. How about helicopters when they have to life flight people in? Thanks for listening. Thanks for telling a friend. Thanks for checking out the Patreon page, patreon.com/trivia with buds. $1 a month, no ads, $12 a year, completely ad-free. And we'll see you next time for more trivia with me. Cheers.